Getting back to SDNY corruption, Robert, we had her on last week, Ariadna Jacob, who's suing the New York Times for defamation. I never understand why they're suing in the Southern District of New York, seeking to apply California law. I mean, maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but why would this suit not have been brought in California to begin with?
I assume her lawyers made that choice. I mean, what is you feel pressure to sue in New York because the New York Times is in New York. So I encourage people to bring the suit elsewhere. But, look at Devin Nunes. He brought the suit in Virginia and they kicked it to New York, and then they said he couldn't sue anywhere. Right. So, I mean, it's tricky. You try to – I personally don't recommend ever suing in New York for anything. I'm counsel to Dustin Heiss in the Don Lemon case, but I didn't bring that case. I just took over the case. So I'm not a fan of cases in New York. Now, I'll probably be suing Radio City Music Hall and maybe Madison Square Garden soon related to vaccine mandate issues. And those cases will probably have to be in New York. But I hate suing in New York because the courts are very unreliable, even though I've had success in New York. But I'm not a big fan of it. But her case is really a strong, strong case. Taylor, like different people asked questions about why we interviewed her. And I understand different people aren't big on the influence. I'll say this, though. Everybody commenting on social media, complaining about social media, I kind of say that's a little ironic, right? You're on social media complaining about social media. Okay, all right.
It's hypocritical. I will say it's hypocritical. And
it is.
The idea, railing against influencers. I mean, influencers are it's sponsored posts. It's paid advertising.
They're PR people. I mean, everybody. And what they're mostly doing is helping little people break through so that big people don't control it. So I don't have a problem with it. I get people don't like that space. Generational. I don't understand it. I have no idea. I'm never on TikTok. I have no idea what that thing is.
I have my issues with TikTok. I think it's mind-numbing.
I'm rarely on Instagram. I was never even on Facebook. I didn't know what Twitter was. I just got it until 2016. Got on it because I was trying to figure out the Trump vote to make a bet. So, I understand people not liking being big on social media, but I don't get the moralizing exactly. But her story is the American dream story. You have someone that's an immigrant from Mexico. Her father dies when she's 2, makes it on her own by herself, self-educates, self-trains, self-starts to create a little business going up against some of the nastiest, most vicious people in Hollywood. And those are some of the nastiest, most vicious people in the world, and winning and succeeding and helping ordinary people achieve their dreams. We can say, why do you want to dream to be an Instagram star? Hey, that's Zoomers, man. Figure it out. But she's helping people achieve their dreams and is doing it herself. And this powerful New York Times reporter knew that because she lacked that power, Miss Jacob, that she could crush her. And that's what she did. She crushed her American dream overnight with one libelous report. And it shows how dangerous Taylor Lorenz is, who blocked me on Twitter this week, by the way. So that means I'm going to be tweeting and commenting about her every day now.
You're good, Robert. There's going to be a hit piece on you. I mean,
she's got a long line. There's people that have real hits out on me, and they're not pieces. So I have no concern whatsoever. So get in line behind a bunch of 3-letter agencies. Taylor Lorenz. So, but what she did to Ariadna was just vicious to someone who's an American dream story. I looked at the case. I looked at the motion paperwork. She should win. Now, the judge is an Obama appointee. So that's the question. Can an Obama appointee in the Southern District of New York hold the New York Times accountable when they deliberately, maliciously, malevolently lied and libeled like Taylor Lorenz did in that case? I mean, lied at multiple levels, lied in multiple directions, lied in multiple ways. She should win. She should get into discovery. The New York Times should have to face a real verdict from a real jury. Because of what took place, if the legal system is up to snuff. And we're going to find out whether the Southern District of New York is capable of holding the New York Times accountable, or are those judges too intimidated by the New York Times to hold them to the same standard they hold everybody else?
It's going to be the perfect segue into the next question. But before we even get there, first things first, how is a New York court going to apply California law? That's the one.
Oh, that happens all the time. That happens all the time.
Okay, I mean, it's nuts because like the applicable law is
that's what happened in the Nunes case. The New York court applied Virginia law.
Yeah, in Canada, typically, unless I misunderstood law, the applicable law determines jurisdiction. You don't want Quebec.
Not in the states. In the states, a state court can apply another state's laws. A federal court can apply another state. It happens all the time. It's choice of law issues which get really intricate.
And then you have to call in experts on California law to come and testify before the New York court.
Her lawyers made very good arguments as to what well, because the judge is a legal expert, doesn't require an independent expert. They just become apprised of that state's laws, and they made Ms. Jacobs' lawyers made very good arguments about, this is about a California plaintiff, a California published story concerning California residents, concerning California law, concerning California cases in courts and other California consequences. And they detail how Taylor Lorenz, for people that don't know or didn't watch the sidebar, Taylor Lorenz had a contractual relationship with UTA. UTA was competing with Miss Jacob for those influencers. And so what happened is Taylor Lorenz writes a hit piece on Jacob that's a complete full with libels and lies. And in return, she gets a more lucrative and promoted book deal through UTA. And UTA gets the clients and customers of Miss Jacob.
And UTA poaches the clients that leave Ariadna Jacob because they now believe she leaked nude photos of underage people, that she was not paying,
which was false. These were just, they accused her of crimes in California. They were patently false. And now they're trying to pretend it's protected opinion. They're trying to pretend, well, they didn't really infer. Put it this way. If the New York Times wins that case, it will show what a crock our legal system is, because there were clear direct inferences, unlike what with Jones. There were clear direct inferences. She was specifically identified, and the inferences was that she committed a bunch of crimes and illegal actions that she didn't. They're totally false.
They said she lied about her relationship or her connection to Gary Vaynerchuk, that she leaked nudes, which is a crime, and alleging a crime is defamation per se. They said that she breached her contract, didn't pay her talent on time, did a bunch of other exploitive conduct.
And in fact, she paid them timely every single time. And so it was just one lie after another lie after another lie after another lie to a vulnerable constituency and community and audience, young influencers and their families, that destroyed her career overnight, just so Taylor Lorenz could. And that was the point too. It wasn't just about her. It was about anyone else that wants to step up, that offend or upset the institutional gatekeepers of the narrative of, as Critical Drinker calls it, the message. Anybody who contested or challenged it will be subject to a defamatory hit piece, and their life destroyed and their career and reputation wrecked. And that's what, and Taylor Lorenz should have to pay the price for it. The New York Times should. Her case is one of the best cases against the New York Times that's ever come about, period.
Fantastic. And Taylor Lorenz has recently done enough to confirm.
Oh, yes. For those that don't know, Taylor Lorenz is the ones who went out and doxed libs of TikTok after the week before she went on TV crying about people doing things that were far less egregious.
Because the libs of TikTok are effectively domestic terrorists because they attended January 6th. Bunch of